let's get that going. Let's transfer it to our 6-way chat and say hello to all tonight's players. So, hey everybody, how we all doing? Hope we're good and fresh as a daisy off the Pro Tour this weekend. Definitely no lack of sleep for anybody in this room. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, let's go through this. Not a lot of time, not a lot of prep. Eduardo, you've been moving house. People have been flying around because of the Pro Tour that's been on, as well as staying up, doing a lot of prep for the Pro Tour, and they got events coming up in the future. So minimum time to be able to realize what deck you want to play this week. So I want to know why you picked this deck with minimum amount of I don't want to say effort, but you don't a minimum amount of testing that's needed. Starting with you, Ed. Let's go.
So I really wanted to play the One Ring deck this week. I felt like that was a good positionment. Apart from that, but as usual, I always ask people like, what should I play online? On
Man of the people, I like it.
Yeah. And Carmen came out with a deck, and I've never really been necessarily 100% on board with like this strategy, but I was like, you know what? This feels exactly what I want. It's like the mid-range deck that beats mid-range mirrors. I was like, I kind of want this week, and Carmen was like, yo, you should play basically my main deck, but like Mason Clark's sideboard. So I matched the two together, and there we go. And hopefully it pans out. I also like when you don't know 100% what you're doing. It's good to have like that A plus B combo of like, I have grief, not dead after all. But
I feel like Emma set you up in a trap here. This is the deck she doesn't want you to bring for the top 8, and she's like, "Hey, use it this weekend. It'd be great for you," knowing that then you can't reuse it if you manage to get yourself into the top 8. Okay, so I'm going to move across. Let's go with you, Corey. Obviously, this week you've brought my personal pick for the most powerful deck in the format. But talk me why this one, why this week?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to save this one for as long as I could, to be honest, here for the MTGO Masters, just because I think it is, one of the best decks in Modern. As you were saying, with the Pro Tour last weekend, didn't get any time to prepare for this, so I looked at the type of Amulet decks that were doing well this last weekend, and just picked one that looked strong. Big fan of Amulet. I just think it's always going to have game against pretty much, every deck in the field. There's a few Blood Moons. There's a few Field of Ruins like Eduardo's deck and stuff that'll give me some troubles. But overall, yeah, just a powerful deck.
And obviously, it's moved to the more like mirror pool version now, which makes it super explosive. But that's cool. Let's go across to you, Reid. Why are we bringing this week?
Well, it is interesting that we're getting a little bit deeper into the season, and you can sort of use process of elimination both for your own deck choice. And I took a minute to have a look at what my competitors had brought already. And one thing I noticed was that Cedric had already played both of Modern's like kind of big mana decks, Tron and Amulet Titan. So I determined surely nobody is going to bring a big mana deck this week. That proved to be not so effective. But I also looked, I think two of the players tonight had played the Aspergorio's Vengeance deck, so decided I could maybe cheat a little bit on Graveyard Hate. But basically, this is just, a fun, straightforward deck that ranks pretty highly in terms of, perception of how strong it is in the format, and I hadn't played anything like it yet. So, I just thought this would be kind of a fun, well-rounded one to bring.
I know there's a couple of different builds. There's some builds cut the green creatures for like the blue counterspell heavy. Is this just your play style? You prefer to have more creatures in your build and not go for the more tempo oriented line, or is that intentional? Or is it just this is the one you saw and you were like, yeah, this is the one?
Just call me old fashioned, man. I mean, I was playing Wild Nacatl on day one, like when the Modern format was first created back in 2011. So the opportunity to play with that card again is really cool. And I'm the type of player who likes to just have, nice, assertive, straightforward openings. So you see me with four of all the good creatures here, and then the sideboard is when you can get creative.
Sweet, love to see it. All right, moving across to you, Cedric. You've obviously brought the Rakdos Evoke list that's kind of doing it very well currently in the online meta. Why are we bringing that this week? Why have you saved it to this one? What are you thinking about it?
Well, I thankfully can never play Tron again, so that's step number one. And then two, the last time I was on this show, Brad beat my brains in with this deck. So I don't know. Seems like a good deck based on
1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, that's the whole shebang. So I don't know. Deck's good. Won a Pro Tour. How bad could it be?
You got Ragavan. It can't be that bad. It's literally that one card does a lot of work, especially in against the decks that don't have much removal in them. Okay, next question is coming from you, Anu.
Yeah, my question here is we're gonna come back to the booth real quick. Is not related to the show at all, but I want to know, Corey and Cedric, y'all kind of did a switcheroo this week in the booth, right? Corey was on the news desk, and I didn't know you were so good at it, Corey. Like, how did this even happen?
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, a little change of pace. I guess we're kind of doing, I don't know, some cross training at the Pro Tour. Maybe in case someone's sick, someone's got to fill in. But yeah, it was fun to do a nice change of pace. You know, the desk was a lot of fun. You know, I don't know what I like doing more, booth or desk, but I enjoyed this one quite a bit.
Yeah, charming either way. I really did enjoy watching this past weekend show from start to finish. Basically, it was pretty great, and also it kind of reminds me of that one time that you had sort of swapped with Will. So I'm like, just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, all right. I kind of appreciate that, and good job, guys, this past weekend. Will, any other questions for our players before we battle?
It's the one we got to finish on. Who do you not want to be playing against tonight? What deck are you trying to dodge? Because obviously this week 2 of you do get to go. Well, we'll be going home. So
no, we get to.
Home. And 2 of you, and 2 of you managed to get to that top 8. Eduardo, who are we trying to dodge?
I know I have 8 Field of Ruin, so to speak. I still don't think Amulet's a good use for me.
Right.
I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe look, if I'm wrong, it's good.
Well, maybe we'll find out. Reid, who are we trying to dodge?
Definitely Corey. I think the other 3 of us, good, honest attacking and blocking. Corey brought this cheesy combo deck. So I'll skip that one.
Hey,
please.
I have to attack as well, Reid, okay? My Titan has to attack exactly once.
He's got a lot on the line this week. I don't know if everyone's noticed, but Brad's there, BBD, they're both in the top 8. There's one member of Bash Bros missing. Really needs to get in that top 8, just saying. Anyway, Corey.
Yeah, I'll never hear the end of it if I don't get it this weekend playing with Brad and BBD. They will be trolling me nonstop. But yeah, I don't want to play against Cedric. Cedric's 3 Blood Moons? 3 Blood Moon effects?
Yeah. 1+2.
That doesn't look fun. Plus, I just sent you're gonna grief me on turn 1 with Not Dead After All. Yeah, I want to dodge Cedric.
All right, Cedric, who do you not want to be playing against in the final?
I presume I don't want to play against Reid ever. I don't know.
That's good math. That's good math.
That's what I think.
Don't worry about the deck.
Sure.
Just literally the player.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, on that one, we're going to say we're going to let you run away and start getting ready for, obviously, our main feature match and getting ready in the booth. So we're going to go back to